Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. And the Sooners headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. So Alabama's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And there is Derek Meadows. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But, Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys and the Bolitnikoff Awards. The tradition at the position at receiver at this school throughout college football history has just been elite, and this guy is the next one.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Right at the line. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. He'll try the left side. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. He's going to run it. Quick step and go. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. 6th play of the drive coming up. Play action with Williams. Got it in the middle. It's Meadows. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That last connection left him a little short of the first down, but in perfect spot to attack on 2nd and short. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Here's Williams to throw. Look out! Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. So the quarterback stood in there and took that hit, and it pays off with a roughing the passer penalty and a first down. They'll run it. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Williams looking for a man. Extending the play. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Williams. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. They'll run the screen. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
So Oklahoma's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here comes Julian Lewis. He had a tough game in that loss last time out. 3 times he threw picks and only 1 touchdown pass. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They'll run him again. Got the first down. Breaks into the open. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. From the gun, running back on the move.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Sooners have their offense in high gear. They'll run it. He's got the first down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They want to run this quarterback. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do.
Looking for the end zone. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown Sooners.
How about that way to start a game? They didn't even attempt to throw. They just ran it meticulously down the field, and that guy caps off a beautiful start to this game with a touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. And off from the shotgun. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Motion from the wideout. Looking for running room. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Offense in a bunch formation. Williams makes the grab to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after the completion. They're looking for an advantage to the right. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Williams will pass. Got his man. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Looking for the marker. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team, and he comes through big time.
They'll give it to him again. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Handed to the back. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Gets the back moving. Third down from the gun, Williams. He'll pull it down and run. There he goes. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Handoff from the gun. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Throwing, Williams. Spits it out to the back. They're working that left side. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for the...
Got some room in under the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown time.
That play calling, man, it just gets so much bigger when I got a guy, Jesse, that can do this. Like, he can run the football, such a weapon. We saw it all throughout this game so far, and you see it once you get closer to that red area, man. You get that +1 advantage, having your quarterback that can be a running threat.
And the frustrating part for a defense, too, is that even when you're right, you're wrong. And we've seen on some of these runs today, guys have been in position to make a tackle, but they just can't get him down on the ground. He's got that dynamic running ability. He's a true dual threat, and right now he's given this defense all they can handle.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play. The linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
A run for the quarterback. Oh, he's got some space. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Lewis. Stepping to the right. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got him downfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, there's some room. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Well, even calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave, that's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll move the wide receiver. Play fake, Williams. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Second and long here. Here's Williams to throw. Fires on the move. He's open on the right. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Give to the back. Got 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 coming.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Might as well run him again. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Williams. Got it. At the 35, he's got more. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. Alabama pushing the tempo. Wide receiver going in motion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! He carried it into the end zone for the score.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Snap it to the back. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Motion from the back. Throwing. Lewis. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Lewis wants to pass. Setting up the screen. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And the Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
3rd down from the gun, Lewis. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And we are dead even here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Trying to establish the run. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Williams on the move. He'll pull it down. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Out of the gun, they give to the back. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. Now a timeout called by the Sooners, that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Here's Lewis to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got it. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. Rush right in his face. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the Wisconsin Badgers.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Guys, I caught up with the Sooners head coach coming out of the locker room. They are going to continue to feed their running back. As you know, there are a lot of high expectations on him to start this game, and he has performed a terrific first half. They are going to get the ball here, and let's see if they continue to go to this running back. He has been a difference maker so far. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Lewis somehow got the screen into that traffic. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was two guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And the Sooners are flying down the field. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Might as well give it to him again.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out wide left, it's Cotton. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Sooners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Working the ground game. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Throwing, Lewis. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
They'll send out the kicker here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. Tight end now in motion. Williams on the play fake. Still looking. At the 35, he's open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's got it on the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Alabama quickly back to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Jet sweep to the receiver. Quick spin on the run. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Try to march their way in. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. Here comes the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. This is now a 7-point game.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. 2nd and inch is a really good time to take a shot. Keep it on the ground. Turning it on. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Here's Lewis to throw. Left side is Cotton. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Just keeps moving. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
The Sooners line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Sooners! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. From inside the 10, here he comes. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Quick give. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Right back to it. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Alabama needs just a few inches here on 3rd down. Push is ahead. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll try the left side. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. This is a designed run. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He'll try to do it himself. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking for running room. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Oh, pressure's coming. Quarterback gets enough. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Lewis, here comes the heat, and he gets it away.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Lewis to throw. Under pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Trying to get through the noise, it's Lewis. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense, because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep.
Got it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on 3rd down. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical, and this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. 1 man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got the first down, and he's brought down after a nice gain.
And what a run. When you're an offensive coordinator, you're backed up, you're just trying to create some space to get out of your own end zone, and it's always a nice bonus when you pop one and create some serious space for your offense and some momentum going forward.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Throwing, Williams. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it. Hard running there. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Williams looking for a man. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Dragged down.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it.
He's got it right down the field. You want to talk about changing field position. A huge play takes it down to the 37.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. This offense thought they had the defense reeling on its heels, but the D stands tall and comes up with a sack.
Yeah, but why not, right? If I make a big play, I got no problem going back to it. But the defense said, I got you. I understand what you're doing. I know you're going back to it. They were ready for it. They had the answer for it. And they
going deep. Upstairs he's got it. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock and try to win. No, sir. Our ball, 1st down.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the wideout. Here's Williams to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. No choice but to get rid of it, and it'll be 4th down.
It's a good decision by the quarterback. At this juncture of the game, too, guys, 4th quarter, you're trailing, you're going to need a touchdown, but you're not going to get it on that play. Throw it away. This is a big down now, 4th. Here we go.
Rush is on. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
That's just a play the quarterback can't make. 4th down, down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
Breaks into the open. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
And when the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than is blocked, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Throwing, Lewis. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Lewis wants to pass. Moving out to the right. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He'll take it himself. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the 1st down.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Here's Lewis to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line, just need to get one 1st down. And Palmer, they could run it, they could play it safe, but they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something they practice all week long. They carry it in their playbook each and every week. It's a good play call because you're dialing up something that all 11 guys know in the back of their hand. And they go out and get the execution needed to win this game.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think
This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. It's the LSU Tigers and the Oklahoma Sooners. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, the Tigers head coach told me pregame he is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So Oklahoma's offense will have the football first. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. Churned out more than 150 yards and found pay dirt a couple of times in their victory last game. The give. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage, and this defense gets off to a good start. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Lewis. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Makes the grab. There he goes. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Lewis to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Unloads in the nick of time.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressure, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
2nd and long here. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Throwing, Lewis. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
They say rain usually affects the defense more than the offense. The offensive player knows where he's going, but the defense will disagree. What a start. Come out, first possession, create a turnover, now send a statement. You ain't throwing the ball in this rain.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. LSU right back to the line.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big 1st down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. On his way back from the 20. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Sooner offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Handed to the back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, it'll be 1st down.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Flip it out to the back on the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Got out of trouble and throws. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
Looking for a man, it's Duckworth. Out wide right, it's Armour. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. LSU quick to the line. That one never had a chance, incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. A little release to the back. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Oklahoma sends the offense out ready to go on the attack. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's going to take off. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Play action with Lewis. They're all over him. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
From the gun. He'll be dropped.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Keeping his eyes downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Back to pass, it's Duckworth. Makes the grab, it's right. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
LSU right back to the line.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Drives inside. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Pulls it in at the 25. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll start this drive from the 42. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They give it to him again. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Handoff again. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this run.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Look out! Back's got it on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Play fake, Lewis. Rush right in his face. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Sooners trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the return is Bland. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there unranked. What about just overhauling the whole program if they can't get this thing fixed?
Well, yes, and it's hard, man. It's hard when you start that high and then something happens and it starts to snowball. Momentum is a powerful thing. These are young kids, Jesse, and they got to find a way to swing that momentum.
They've had some tough losses, obviously some key injuries, but they need a win in the work.
Tons of room in the middle. He's inside the 40. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Each play has a life and history of its own. And you want to talk about two opposite plays? Offense grabs momentum, defense takes it back.
And the game's always like that, isn't it? It's back and forth. Sometimes they get you, sometimes you get them. Nice job by the defense being ready for the next play. Don't worry about the play before when you gave up some yards. Nice job answering and getting the tackle for a loss with the sack.
Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Trying to establish the run. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Right back to the well. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
The RPO fired complete to the left. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Turns into the pile. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. This defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Working the ground game. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? The give to the back. And he could not get loose on the run. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. 3rd down from the gun, Lewis. Oh, pressure's coming. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. The Tigers spin their 3rd and final timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. Here's Lewis to throw. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half.
He's loose. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
Lewis. Out wide left, it's Rodgers. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Sooners come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavy.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Lewis. Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. To the 10. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So now on comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. The Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Sets his feet. It's Duckworth. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. LSU quick to the line. Keeps it on the option. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. He'll heave it deep. He's got it down the field. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play.
a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. And he's brought down after a short gain. 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush. It's just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Kick is in the air. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Lewis to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's key. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Lewis to throw. Turns it upfield.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Making the adjustment. Back to pass on 2nd down. Left side is Rodgers. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Lewis on the play action. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Right back to the well. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them. Successful, move the ball, and
makes the grab and room to run. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down. The Sooners go back to work after moving the chains through the air. It's a draw. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime. Maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the 3rd down, and they get the first down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a 3rd down stop.
Hey, put the brakes on it.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
Lewis timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to get it in. He stopped short of the goal line. Couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call, getting the drag, you get the catch, you advance.
Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. LSU right back to the line. Selling the fake. Right side, it's Armour. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
To the air, it's Duckworth. Under pressure, he'll get rid of it. Tried to nestle that lob in, but it's incomplete.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the 1st half. 2nd half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football. Man, I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, running back gets to give. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Final game of the regular season, just waiting on this clock to run out. Let's check out the top 12 scoreboard right now. All of these teams fighting for playoff spots, and this is what you want to do when you're in the hunt. Finish a game like these guys have done. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Burrowing for yardage. Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the 1st down.
Well, 3rd down, they tried to run the football thinking they could catch the defense off guard. They were able to...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. This quarterback part of their running game. He's got enough, and he slides to avoid the punishment, and it'll be a 1st down. Nice move there on 4th and short. The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Play action with Lewis. Makes the grab on the left. Turning it on. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. And the Sooners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Escapes the pressure going right. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. They'll line up for a second down play. The ride. Swamped immediately.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Out wide left, it's Rodgers. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They'll try it over the left side. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. LSU quick to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
The play fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They finally get to him. A one-of play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. Looking downfield, it's Duckworth. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. Running through contact. Touchdown, Tigers! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onside every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
Throwing, Lewis. Tosses it incomplete. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just now on the same page with this target.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's got the 1st down, and they'll be able to run it out from here. Final timeout called by the Tigers. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Quick give. He's past the marker. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Looking downfield, it's Duckworth. Rush is on. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Catch inside the 25. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Out wide right, it's Armour. Guided out of bounds, they'll mark him down at the 14. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. From the gun. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Just keep slinging it. He'll throw it. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The hands team eliminating any potential drama with the onside kick, and the clock is going to run out on this one. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. He's got the tight end. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. Here's Lewis to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Breaks into the open. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Lewis wants to pass. The quick game. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be 1st down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Fresh center down's going to the air. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they